Hello, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because I need to power up my labels program, which had a problem that I had to fix. So now it is right. Now it's running. Okay. Hi. How's everyone doing? Let's get out of studio mode and put this on full screen. What's up, everybody? It's Pokeros, and today we're back with some more Farfetch'd shiny hunting. This hunt that is taking forever, and I don't like it, but I do like shiny Farfetch'd, so we're still doing it. Let's give everyone a warm welcome. Make sure that the bot is actually on all the channels and everything is working properly. And we seem to be good to go. So yeah, without, there we go. Here's the bot on YouTube as well. Cool. So let's just start, and then we can talk and stuff. So. I'm using this controller again just because, honestly. There's no real reason to use either controller. Like, neither has an advantage over the other. They're both working perfectly fine. But yeah. If you have been following me on one of my socials on either Twitter or Blue Sky, you would have known that just yesterday, I have finally finished Mario and Luigi Brothership. It took a long time to finish it. I finally finished it, and I didn't actually remove it off my gaming to-do list. I think it has no post game. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it seems to have no post game. Which, now that I'm thinking of it, I think most Mario and Luigi games don't. But I haven't finished a lot of them, so I don't know. But now that that is over, basically I had two options for my next game. It was either get the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and continue my Eevee run to the DLC, and finally play a DLC without a level 100 team, because I haven't actually touched the Eevee run save since recording the video, since recording the original video in November of 2023. So the options were either that or continue the Pokemon Black save that I started, that I'm shiny hunting Oshawott in. To play with a shiny starter again. It was a bit of I did need to think about it a little bit, because I needed to buy the Scarlet DLC, and I don't have a lot of money right now. Which is not an invitation to to tip me in any way. There aren't even any ways to. I haven't even set up any ways to tip me. So, just saying, I am still looking for a job. For a job that isn't content creation. I want to be a programmer as my main job and content creator as an aside. I'm pretty sure I talked about this before. So I'm still looking for a job. I just don't have a lot of money right now, but I had enough to buy the Scarlet DLC, so I ended up doing that. I'll play Pokemon Black at some other point, Black and White 2 after that. For now, though, I have the Scarlet DLC. I haven't started recording it yet. I will do that. I think I'll start after the stream ends. And we'll get to doing the DLC with my AV team. So yeah, that would be exciting. Hopefully, the video won't take as long to make, and I will again, I'm making it differently from the original video. I'm making it closer to what the Swirling Seasons video that I made before releasing the AV video made after, released before the AV run. So it's gonna be live commentary. It's gonna be just me playing through this and then cutting it down, just cutting out unimportant bits and sending that as is. Which is much less editing work than what the original video took. So hopefully, you guys can hear me, right? Yes. Okay. Just making sure of that. So I am hopefully going to be releasing the video soon, just as soon as I finish playing. Not just as, but minor editing compared to the original video that was the bulk of what was taking which took like the bulk of time, just the editing. And then commentary can also not be outdated. Which is, fun. Instead of having points that I go, I have no idea why I did that. Because, live commentary instead of instead of post commentary. So yeah, that is what is going on with my gaming and channel related stuff. And yeah. Also, again, I'm sorry I mentioned it, but as soon as I am going to get a job, I am one down on the eggs. I'm definitely on the wrong number there because that was at the second slot. Yeah, there's 12 here, which makes sense. But yeah, as soon as I'm gonna get a job and get a proper weekly schedule that is not just, oh, there's a few things that I do in certain days. I'm gonna get a proper weekly schedule that I know what I'm doing at all. I know what I'm doing every day. I'm gonna be able to build a new stream schedule around it. And after I do that, hopefully, I'll be able to qualify for a Twitch affiliate, and get my first content monetization stuff happening. Maybe that would take, like, YouTube would still take a long time because I still need, what is it, 1,000 subscribers? Which is like, yeah, we are so far away from that. We're not even a quarter of the way there. When we will be, by the way, that would be the next time I spin the bad Chinese wheel. Which I might need to update at some point. Because Legends EA is going to happen at some point, and also I might be able to just add the Scarlet stuff to there when I start shiny hunting there. Yeah, because as I made sure that the stuff that were there were obtainable in Violet, because that's where I wanted to do it. I didn't bother doing it when I had like a few Pokemon I wanted out of Legends Arceus, or the one Pokemon I wanted out of BDSP, or the few from here from Shield. So it's still up to date to just Violet, because that's also where I love shiny hunting the most. But it may get an update soon. That is mostly what I want to do there. We'll see how fun shiny hunting is in Legends EA. And what I can even get out of there, because I don't know how many Pokemon from there I actually want to shiny hunt. And how many of them can be added to the bad shinies wheel. That is the subscriber goal reward. That was my chair. But either way, it's manual work. Like, there is no way I can automate, oh, this shiny looks not that good. I can automate other stuff, because there are things I can automate. And knowing how to program is fun for personal reasons as well. But I am still trying to make it my job as well. Not a lot of people are happy to have me as I'd like. But So yeah, not much is currently happening in my life again. But just trying my best to you know, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just currently living pretty dully. But at least I got these streams to look forward to. I have picked up the... There we go, okay. Next, Farfetch'd. 1580. 1590, I believe, is the next box? Yes, it is. Which would be, again, what is it, 53 boxes? 53 boxes filled with non-shiny Farfetch'd. Fun, you know? Again, there's stuff that I'm doing on certain days, like oh, I go with my parents to the grocery store twice a week. I go pick up my dad from work once a week. I am doing stuff. I have like sports exercises that I'm doing, but just not a lot is happening. Like, other than these short activities that each take like 2 hours at most, I'm doing nothing. I mean, we have just taken a small weekend. My family just took a small weekend off. Drove to another town. Took a little we took a little oh man. We rented a boat, okay? We were driven around swam a little bit. The place we slept at had a pool below it, so we were also there. It wasn't much, you know, it was a small vacation. A small vacation away from home. Mostly to celebrate my brother or being like at home for a week before continuing his army service. So that was one thing that I did recently. But I guess in future news, this Thursday is when Donkey Kong Bonanza releases, which I will go to pick up from the Nintendo store. That'll be fun. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna play it on Airbros. I'm just gonna play it on my own. I will prioritize the Scarlet DLC over Donkey Kong, but I am gonna play it, and it looks like a really fun game. Thankfully, I pre-ordered it before my whole monetary situation approached. Pre-ordered that. Pre-ordered Mario Party Jamboree for the Switch 2, which comes out next week. It's like it was week after week, and I told myself there's no way I'm going 2 consecutive weeks to the Nintendo store out of town, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna have that delivered here, and it might actually arrive on release day, because games now release on Thursday instead of Friday. And Thursday, there's actually the delivery services that are working. Because, you know, it's not the weekend anymore. Like, games don't release on the weekends anymore, which is fun. Then we have Legend ZA releasing in October. And that may or may not be on the channel. Probably is going to be. The first stream, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen on release day. Oh, there's also Pokemon Presents soon, right? There is a Pokemon Presents on the 22nd. That will be my next stream, actually. Here. It's next Wednesday. Right? Next Wednesday? Ah, man. No. Thursday? Was that Thursday? That's Tuesday. That is Tuesday. You know, T on a calendar can be a little confusing. So yeah, my next stream actually would be on the 22nd. Because there's gonna be a Pokemon Presents, you know? The last couple ones I've always streamed, so we're gonna do that too. Hopefully I'm gonna get back from the dentist on time. I think I will. I don't think it would take that long. And it's like at like 12 when the Pokemon Presents starts at 3:30 at 4 p.m. my time. So I guess that is more news that are related to this channel. And then I'll see about streaming Legend ZA, if that would be on release day, not on release day. I'll just have to see. I'll have to see if I get a job by then, which will hopefully happen, because if I wouldn't, that would mean that I've been on a job hunt for 10 months. Yeah, started the hunt like mid-December, so we're already almost 7 months into it, which is not fun, you know. I finished the box. I got too absorbed in my own like self-dialogue that I guess that would be a monologue usually. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Again, I'm just looking at the thing up here next to the origin mark to see if there's a shiny star. There isn't. So let's continue. Save the game, because that's a good thing to do. But anyways, the release of Legends EA. Again, I've already pre-ordered it. All the games in the Switch 2 is what really put me into the monetary problem. So, but they are already pre-ordered. All the games I'm looking forward to, I've pre-ordered. So yeah, Legends EA I did go for store pickup and not for delivery. Store pickup is just more fun, you know. The trip can be a little. The trip can be a little long. I still need to travel like an hour by train. Because there is no way I'm going there by car. Even if the car would be available, the parking situation in the city where the Nintendo store is horrific. So I'm taking store pickup most of the time when it's available. It's not always available either, which is a bit of a shame. But currently for the games I'm looking forward to, it is available. I took it on all but one, because I didn't want to go there 2 weeks in a row. You know, again, the trip's a little long. But it's worth it, getting... You know, even just being in the Nintendo store, seeing what they have to offer. You know, getting a pack of Pokemon TCG cards. That's also nice. That's something I usually do. I didn't do it last time, actually, when I went to get the Switch 2, because they didn't have any singular packs. Or at least I couldn't find them. They had the bigger boxes. Like, it's not... we don't have such a big, like, scalping problem with Pokemon TCG as there is, like, around the US. But I couldn't find any of the individual packs. I only could find, like, the big boxes and stuff. Wait, was there a Farfetch'd there? I just opened the menu and did not internalize what was there. So yeah, I usually just grab just like one booster pack. You know, I don't do anything with the cards. I'm just collecting them. You know, building a deck is not really not really something I want to do. Not to speak of the fact that it's the same reason why I don't do competitive like VGC. It's the planning part that I'm not good at. It's the planning part. It's the try to think what your opponent will do and try to counteract it. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Like, I think I played the TCG relatively well. I also think I have a little bit of battle knowledge with VGC, but I'm just not good at the whole planning thing and team building or deck building, and that's just why I don't do competitive. I'm still going to Pokemon World, to the upcoming Pokemon Worlds as a spectator, which is fun because I finally have enough I guess enough independence to just book a trip to the US on my own. Well, I'm going on my own. I had my dad's help booking stuff. But I'm going on my own. You know, that's also a piece of news. I do need to check what stream would I have had there. It would have been an Airbo stream. So I guess not much of an update for this channel, but I would have to say if I am going, because I still can't be certain that I'm going. I might get a job like right before then, and then not really like be able to go, oh, I'm starting a job, but actually I'm taking like a long weekend. I'm taking a long weekend off, flying to the US. There is still a chance that the whole thing will be cancelled. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going in like a month. I'm going to fly to the US for the first time, actually. It would be the first time that I'm ever gonna be in the US. So, you know, it's a thing. Anyways, any other news? I don't really think so. Yeah, like upcoming games, upcoming Pokemon Worlds. Upcoming videos for the channel. Yep, pretty much talked about everything. Let's see, our next box is 1620, but I think I'm gonna stop at 1610 to take a break. That seems like a reasonable time. Okay. Yep. Still no shinies. And we need an egg. Can I get an egg, please? Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Jeramonkey. How are you doing? Let me give you a proper welcome. I think you are new here, aren't you? Pretty sure. Let me give you a proper welcome, like I do to anyone who's new here on the channel. And if you're not new here, then I'm sorry, I can't remember everyone. And you got my welcome twice. But anyways, hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. So yeah, this hunt is taking much longer than I would have liked it to. Good, thanks. Good to hear. Yeah, I could see it on again, the chat box is a little slow. I'm doing good. Can't complain. Still stuck on a job hunt, but it's gonna end eventually. I'm gonna find my place eventually. But yeah, no, can't really complain too much. Playing video games most of the day, or watching YouTube videos. Shiny hunting one Pokemon for way too long. Yeah, I really don't like Masuda Method Hunts. Really don't like them because I'm most of the time getting unlucky with them. And like unlucky with in terms of like the odds and when I'm actually getting the shiny. It's yeah. It is tiring. I'm only doing it on streams. It's like what, 3 hours every other week. But so like the time I'm actually hunting is less than the time it takes, but when the odds are 1 in 512 and I'm here over 3 times that amount and still no shiny, it's a big bummer, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Crazy is definitely the right word there. But I'm doing it for what will eventually be a super cool shiny Farfetch'd. I just don't know if Galarian Farfetch'd will ever be available in the game again. It might, because again, we got Galarian Slowpoke in the Scarlet and Violet DLC. Never been into shiny hunting. Upload those who are patient enough for it. Yeah, it does take patience, but Um, I just find it both rewarding, and I find that it helps me play Pokemon games for longer than just the story. You know, working towards the shiny charm, getting all the shinies. I mean, here since I've finished shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, I haven't touched the games. I've yet to play them on the Switch too. I am going to now because of the. I like to learn Farfetch'd. It's cool to me. It'd be cool. Uh, it'd be cool to bring it back. Probably you meant, but yeah, maybe in a game that you can actually shiny hunt in outside of Masuda Method. I dislike Sword and Shield shiny hunting in general, but yes, okay, there we go. I thought bring was the word that was supposed to be there. So yeah, I'm doing it in Masuda Method because that's the objectively better way to hunt it here. Unlike in other games where the method of shiny hunting is objectively better. Not always objectively better, but it is usually better than Masuda Method. Alright, I said I'll take a break at 16:10. So let's grab this egg. I am going to take a little break. I need to go to the bathroom. Gotta go soon. Just be sure to tune again another time. Alright, the next time I'll stream would be when the Pokemon Presents happen, which is on the 22nd. So that is. I mean, you can also just subscribe and follow me on socials to get updated. But that would be when I'll be live. Thank you for that. I will go ahead and take a little break now. Again, I need to go to the bathroom. I need to fill my water bottle, which is almost run out. And I'll be right back. All right. Yep. Don't drop my brother's computer. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Thank you, Jaramonkey, for the sub. Let's run that again, because... Yay! Thank you so much. I know you're probably not in here anymore, but thank you for that either way. And let's get back to it. Let's make sure that DV is properly placed above the microphone cable, not hidden by it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I still don't understand how they came to the decision of the shiny hunting method in Sword and Shield. Like seriously, I made a video about it. If you want to know all the details, that's there. But basically, you can get shiny rerolls on any wild Pokemon if they're brilliant. If they're brilliant, they get extra shiny rolls. But the base spawn rate of brilliant Pokemon is 3%. It caps at 3% of the spawn rate of the Pokemon, because it can be a Pokemon. You can try hunting for a Pokemon that spawns like 2% of the time, and then it's 3% over that. And that is if you've battled it enough times. And for it to get the 3% spawn rate and odds that match Masuda Method, you need to get to 300. You have to get to 300 number battled for it to match Masuda Method odds. 500 will get you higher odds, but still 3% spawn rate. So like Masuda Method is just strictly better. It's objectively better because you're getting 512. You're getting 512 odds from encounter number 1 until encounter infinity, every single one. Like the point is not so much the odds as the amount of encounters. And time to set up, I guess. Scarlet and Violet, you can only get to what, 6 times the odds instead of 8 like Masuda Method is, and that is only if you're doing it on an outbreak, and not on just regular wild Pokemon. Otherwise it's just 4 times. It's 1 in 1,000. But, again, it's the amount of encounters. Sandwich hunting gives you hundreds of encounters, like in a minute. You have a sandwich running for 30 minutes. You're encountering hundreds of the same Pokemon. So who cares if you have only 1 in 1,000? You can see 1,000 in like 10 minutes. You can see way more than 1,000, so you'll eventually get the shiny. You know, with eggs you may have 1 in 512, but it's really difficult getting eggs and hatching them. And of course we have 2 Farfetch'd in our party now. That has to happen eventually on every stream, doesn't it? So yeah, it is much more a game of amount of encounters than actual odds. Than like the actual odds, like when you compare different hunting methods to each other. If you see me like scratching on my shoulder and stuff, I said we were on a vacation. We were on a boat. So after we went swimming, we needed to return to the dock, and you know the boat is fast, so the skipper tells me don't have a wet shirt on when we're going really fast. You'll catch a cold or something. I was like, okay, but I've only put sunscreen on my arms and legs and face, you know. Basically, I put on sunscreen only thinking that I'll have a shirt on the whole time. Basically, I think I burned my shoulders. And maybe slightly my back as well. So that is why I'll be scratching my shoulders a bit. So, sorry in advance. I think I slightly burned them. That's the whole point. Slightly. It doesn't seem to be too bad. Like it doesn't look too. It doesn't look too bad, basically. But it's still a thing. Anyways. Oh, one more egg and we've cleared another box. Need to pay attention to that once in a while, don't I? Honestly, what I should be doing is every 10 think, oh, do I need to check my box? Because, you know, it's the easiest way to do it. Just like every 10, does it divide by 30? Which isn't a hard thing to do, just, you know. You know, the 3 division wall. So just check that every 10 and you're good. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. No shiny mark. And that's the whole thing. I do need to switch box. Here we go. Then we can save. And continue. Nothing yet. I need to check. There's a tool online that tells you that could tell you the chance, like with your amount of encounters, what is the chance to have already found a shiny? Like it's supposed to be an encounter tracker, right? But yeah, my tracker's here. But I can put in the amount of encounters that I have as if I'm tracking it, and it would give me that as a thing. It's a pretty simple formula, so I can check it myself if I remember exactly how it goes. It's just a formula of statistics that you plug a few parameters into. But and like most of them cancel to 1. Like it's all like a product, and it's like 2 of the 3 parts of it cancel to 1. I think it ends up being like 1 minus 511 divided by 512 to the power of your encounter count. I think. The 1 minus just being, oh, that part is, what is the chance of getting no shinies? So 1 minus is, okay, what's the chance of not getting no shinies, basically. Yeah, so it is like the choose function, but with like the amount of encounters choose itself, which cancels to 1, and then amount of successes 0, also canceling to 1 because it's an exponent. Why do I keep checking my fucking party? I keep checking my freaking party because I'm not paying attention. I'm speaking and I'm like doing things in the game without paying attention to them. And now I have 3 Farfetch'd in my party, which is not fun. But anyways, it's then like again, it's a statistics formula that goes I think like basically if you're trying to calculate what is the chance of what is the chance of no Pokemon out of these being shiny? Then there's a formula in statistics that checks what is what is the chance for a certain amount of successes out of a certain amount of events. When you have obviously a strict like specific chance of success. So it goes like, okay, number of successful events choose number of total events choose number of successful events. Then like chance of success to the power of amount of successes you're looking for, and chance of failure times number, like to the power of number of failures. So if you're saying, okay, getting 0 shinies out of let's say 1627, then 1627 choose 1627 is just 1 times 1 divided by 512 to the power of 0 is also 1. But then it's like, 511 divided by 512 to the power of 1627. That's the one part of the formula that doesn't cancel out. And we got rid of the Farfetch'd. Look at that. So if I remember it correctly, I'll be able to just quickly put that in a calculator. If I go 511 divided by 512, let's do it with to the power of 1627. If I do 1 minus, just to check what is the chance of getting at least 1 shiny out of 1627, that's 95%. 95, almost 96% of getting at least 1 shiny out of 1628 eggs hatched. That is if I remember the formula correctly. Which I'm almost certain I'm almost certain that's the right formula. Anyways. Yeah, I thought that 3 times the odds would already get you to above like the 90% point. The website I said that can track the encounters for you has like, in addition to how likely you are to have already gotten a shiny, it has a stat of at which point would that term get to 90%. I need to see exactly how much is it with like at which point would it pass 90%. Because it will at some point pass 90%, but it will never reach 100. Just Just because there's always a chance that none of them would be shiny. So 90 is a good, you know, it's a good like point to set it. But like, oh, when you're 90% sure to get a shiny, at what point? But you can go above that. I think with the Meowth hunt that I've had, with the Galarian Meowth hunt update I did, it reached over 99%. Like how much was it? 2,500 something? I don't have it here. I mean I could check, I have it written down, right? But let's see that again. I do need to pick up that extra little do that. I am obviously trying to focus on the game, but I'm trying to do other stuff as well. Not shared by me. Just okay. That hunt reached 2950. At 2950. At 49 when I didn't get it yet. It was 99.6%. It was 99.6% likely that I would have gotten the shiny already, and then it passed 50. At 2950 I passed. I got the shiny. That is pretty insane. But yeah, with this hunt I already passed the 95%. You know, it's a backwards explanation. It's a not backwards. It's like a reverse exponential growth because it is exponential, but it's exponential on a number less than 1. Like the base of the exponent is a number less than 1. And then you 1 minus. So basically it starts going up real fast at the beginning and then slows down. Slows down considerably. You know, at the point that it can never reach 100. Like no matter how small the no matter how small the number is, the 1 minus makes so that you can, it's always 1 minus something, no matter how small that number is. So, you know, multiplying that by 100 to get a percentage, you're not passing 100, basically. Because it will always be a number less than 1. You know, when you're learning statistics in college or university, you're not using percentage. You're actually using the number between 0 and 1. So like with my thing here, it's technically 0.95 or 946. What was it exactly? What was it exactly? 1635. Hey, can I get that, please? No? Okay, let's okay, can I get that as just... Oh, sorry, 0.959. So it's 95.9%. Again, insane number. But you can understand that if nearly 3,000 is 99.5%, and 1,600 is only 95, then it slows down considerably. As you go like up the encounters. I do need to pick up an egg, but there we go. I was about to say, but I don't have one. All right. That's pretty much the reason why I hate Masuda Method. Because I can never get it. I can never get it to work for me, really. Like, I had short hunts. I had hunts of, like... I had a hunt as short as 91 eggs. But most of them, and I can confidently say most of them because I have it all written down. Because I have it all written down, I can confidently say most of them go over odds. And again, this is only the second hunt that went over 3 times the odds? Yes, it is only the second hunt that went 3 times over the odds. But even going once over odds is already annoying, you know? And quite a few went 2 times. No, sorry. Sorry, no, only 3 went over twice. Usually between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2 times over the odds. That is the usual. No, I guess technically I have the same amount of... I have the same amount of under odds in between 1 and 2 times over odds. They're both at 7 right now. But still, it's still annoying. When I'm doing soft resets as well, that are like the same thing. You encounter you encounter Pokemon with a set, you know, with a set chance of each of them being shiny. It's like that statistics formula can be applied on that as well. But soft resets, I'm getting, you know, I'm getting 60% under odds, while Masuda Method I'm getting 60% over odds. Like before starting the Oshawott hunt, I had it was exactly the same percentages just swapped, because I had exactly 2 times the amount of soft reset hunts as I had Masuda Method. Like including the ongoing ones is what I'm saying. I'm including the ongoing ones, I'm just updating them as they go. And I had, like I said, 7 Masuda Method under odds, and 11 over odds. And with soft reset, I just had the opposite and doubled. 22 under odds, 14 over odds. So it was the exact same percentage, just swapped. And now with Oshawott, it's different, you know. Oshawott obviously still hasn't passed the odds. It's at 500. It's 520, I think. I think I'm at 520 there. Yeah, I'm at 520. When the odds are 1 in 8,000, because it's black and white. Did I fill a box, like, at any point? No, I didn't, actually. Let's get to 1650. That would be also both the next box and a good time to stop for a break. Do I need an egg? I don't think I need an egg. I may have picked that up for no reason. Let's see. I have picked it up for no reason. Cool. So, you know, Oshawott is still at 520 out of 8192. So that's still under odds. And it can change, but it can go over 8,000. I have no idea when I'll get it. You know, I can't know. It's a shiny hunt. You can never know when you'll actually get the shiny. That's the fun part about when you're getting it. Oh, I had an extra egg already. Never mind. We'll grab it next time. We'll grab it next time. So it can still change and go for Oz, but it won't change the fact that it's still around 60% under odds. I guess I could even check it because the spreadsheet that I'm writing this down on is still completely manual when it comes to when it comes to putting down the encounter count. So if I change like 9520, it would be okay. It goes slightly under 60%, but it goes slightly under 60%, but it's still very close to that. It's 59 point something. It's 59 point something against 40 point something. With Masuda Method, it's 61.1 and 38.8, but you can get out of here because I am saying no bad language. Read the freaking chat rules before you. Okay, cool. Before you just put profanity in what's supposed to be a family-friendly channel. Can I also hide user on this channel? Let's also pin the bot message, because I forgot to do that. I like doing that. When I start a stream, pin the bot message that says welcome everyone. And pin that on Twitch as well. There we go. So yeah, read the chat rules before you try to post profanity on what's supposed to be a family-friendly channel. Thank goodness for YouTube auto-modding that just hid that. Anyways, I know I'm blabbering, and I've said it probably 100 times by now. I just really don't like Masuda Method. I'm only doing it when I have to. And I do have to for these guys, because I do not know when they're going to be available in the wild, in a game where you can actually shiny hunt them in the wild. I really, really like their shinies. So because I want to hunt them now, I need to do it with Masuda Method. Still hate it. That does not mean I don't hate it. It means that I'm disgruntledly putting up with it. And I do have to go to the bathroom, but we will wait until we get the 1650, check the box, then I'll go take a break. I'm also drinking a lot because it's hot outside and in here as well. I have the fan on the middle setting, and I'm still hot because my back and butt are nestled against the chair, which just doesn't let them air that well. But that's really beside the point. I just meant to say that I'm drinking a lot, so I'm also So both need to go to the bathroom a lot and fill my water bottle. One more egg. There it is. That was also the bottle finishing completely. Or rather, this was. Because the last little bit of it, you can't drink through the straw because it doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. And now that we've done that, we can check the box because it is full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. There we go. No shiny mark. That is just double checking to make sure I haven't missed any shiny animation. It makes more sense when I'm not paying attention as much, but I still like doing it. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be right back. All right. 16:50. No mischance. Mic. Earphones. But let's get back to it. Right. I'm honestly really pleased that my Eevee video did, that my Eevee run did so well. Like, obviously, retention was bad. It's only like, what, 20% at the end of it? But 20% of 300 plus views is still like 60 people. So that's still doing well in my book. Considering the fact that live streams over the 3 hour span don't always reach 60. And I know that's pretty much all people that are there for like 10 minutes max. Then 60 people that saw 2 hours plus of a video. That's good for me. But yeah, it's gonna continue hopefully soon. I'm obviously gonna do a separate video for the teal mask and indigo disc. There's gonna be 2 extra videos. And after that, we'll see what will be of the video situation on my channel, because you know how it is. I do a video once in a while, and I mostly stream. Mostly stream with a video once in a while. At least I can say for a fact that I'm making at least 1 video a year. Because the Pokemon Day special videos aren't going anywhere. So I can say that at the very least I'm making 1 video a year. And you know, I have other like playthrough stuff happening once in a while. I don't know if like old style playthrough let's play sort of videos still do well. I don't think people are really really still watching that kind of thing. Like, I know I'll be interested if one of the people I'm subscribed to does that kind of thing. But I don't think a lot of people do. Playthrough streams, I think, are something different, because you can talk with the person while they're playing. So that I'll continue doing for new games. I am planning on doing it for Legends EA. Even though that might not necessarily be on release day, it might be on the Sunday after. if I'll still be doing only Sunday streams. I might do an extra stream though. Like it can happen. I can do that. We'll just have to see. I might already be streaming on Thursdays. Who knows? I surely don't. I really can't know anything about the future of this channel. Streams will continue. That is the only thing I can be sure about. And there will be a Legends EA playthrough. Those are two things I can be sure about. When exactly, in what kind of schedule, don't know. Might even do 2 streams per day, like I did with Violet. Man, I was still streaming on Friday back when Scarlet Violet came out. It's only later that college forced me to move away from Friday. Because even though most of this country works Sunday to Thursday, for some reason, college here works Monday through Friday. Like we're Christian or something. I don't know why. It just does. Like, I could sometimes understand university if you, like, want to like, connect with people, like, elsewhere in the world. I don't know. But a local college... A local college? Really? Why are you doing... Like, it was weird. Like, schools will have lessons on Friday sometimes, but it would always be short days. Friday would always be a short day in school. And the later you are in school, the more likely you'll just not have Friday at all. Like, I think after middle school, usually, when you get to high school, they're just like, okay, no need to study on Friday, unless it's like a special. It's like a special thing. But then, not only do they do my college have regularly, again, still short day, still only in the morning, but regularly had Friday. Why am I picking eggs when I don't need to? I do not need to pick up that egg. Or the previous one. Right? I have 4 or 5 eggs. Yes, I do. So not only did they regularly have Friday lessons, every semester I had Friday lessons. But they also had never had any lessons on Sunday. It's just like, why? The work week here is Sunday through Thursday. That's the work week here. Why are you on a different schedule? it was just weird. But anyways, that's why I moved from Friday to Sunday. And even though not I'm not studying in the college anymore. Oh, sorry. Even though I'm not studying in the college anymore, I know I want to make a new stream schedule when I get a job, so I'm not gonna change my stream schedule before that. Because I don't want to make too many frequent changes. For my own sake as well. You know? Mostly for the sake of not confusing people. But also for my own sake. No, okay, I already took care of that. Okay, cool. Let's wait for an egg from the lady. There we go. So that is why I'm still staying on Sunday for streams. When I get a job, it will change, because probably won't even be able to stream at this hour. It will probably have to be later in the day that I stream. Which honestly might be good, because I believe most of my audience is from the US, and I start streaming when it's 5:30 in certain parts of it, like 5:30 a.m. in parts of the US. So streaming later might be good for me. I just feel like the afternoon is a good time to stream for me. It's like right before dinner. It's right before dinner, so I don't have to eat through stream. It's long enough after lunch. I just kind of found this very comfortable spot for me. But I'll probably be at work if I get a job. If I get a job, I'll probably be at work around this time. Like, you know, when I was at the army, we would work even until like 45 minutes from now. That would just be our usual time until 6 p.m. I don't know what would be exactly my work hours between, like, in whatever job I'm going to get. As soon as I'm getting some kind of job. Like, honestly, now I started even looking for just extra stuff I can do just so I can get an income. But there aren't many jobs that I can get into. It's like most of it is either like security guard, which I didn't know you can get to without experience, or any sort of certification. Like, it might be that you do need a certification, but you can get to it without, like, experience. And that's what I'm looking for, like a job that I can get to without an experience, without needing to write a new resume that would fit a different kind of job. So it's either like security guard, or you know, retail work, which I don't necessarily don't like to do. I just think I'm bad at confronting, like socializing with people, talking with people. So it would need to be at a place where I'm at least comfortable enough in the sort of work I'm doing to, people sometimes ask for like recommendations and like help and stuff. It's like, okay. So I still need to talk to people. But anyways, like retail, security, like phone service, like customer service kind of stuff. Or for some reason, and I'm seeing it a ton in the websites I'm looking for, but a private tour agent. Like I did not know that was a job that is easy to get into. Becoming a private tour agent. I was like, what? And I don't know, for some reason, the websites I'm looking for have hundreds of posts about becoming private tour agents. I'm like, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing, and why do I need no experience to apply? Like, wouldn't that require at least, you know, some kind of like world traveling experience? So honestly, I don't know why I'm seeing so many posts about these. Why why it's a job that's apparently easy to get into without without background or without any background or experience. And just the fact that like 90% of the posts I'm looking for are that, it's just so strange to me. Like there's way too many overlaps to also just be all different companies. Like it's probably very few companies just posting each hundreds of posts. It's just like all fills up the whole all the websites. So it's just like a little frustrating trying to look for like no resume, no experience jobs and seeing mostly, mostly either customer service or freaking tour agent positions. Travel agent is the word. I think travel agent is the word. Like, honestly, I have no idea what being a travel agent even entails. I don't think I've even I don't think I've ever even interacted with a travel agent. My parents did and took me on those trips, right? But even that was very little. We usually plan our own travels. We usually plan our own travels. Um, so honestly, I've never had an even interacted with a travel agent, so I do not know what it entails and why there's so many posts about it. Oh, there's so many like hiring posts about those. I guess I shouldn't really mind being like a customer service person. But again, it is talking to people. It is probably takes knowing how to support people on the services that the company you're you know what I mean. You need to know what you're talking about. And I don't know if I want to work in retail again. You know, I think I want to. What I really want is to get something you can like work from home or from wherever, you know, and just not really need to interact with people. But maybe I need to. Maybe I should rethink this just to um, get something happening. Just to get into some kind of job. And I'll need to think about it. Like, obviously, at the same time, I am still trying to apply to proper programming jobs. But again, I've been doing it for months, and the vast majority of replies that I am getting because some companies just don't get back to you. 99% of the time, it's oh we're looking we're decided to move forward with other candidates. And I'm like, well, by this point, I'm used to it. I've received what, 3 total initial interviews. Um, and only one of them continued one more step. But even yeah, basically, job hunts is being on a job hunt is frustrating. Being in a job hunt is frustrating. Like the vast majority of answers that I am getting from the companies that are getting back to me, because most of them don't. But most of the replies are negative. Like, no, we don't want you. I guess the main problem is just the amount of experience I have, of professional experience, because personally I've been programming for a long time, but people are looking for professional experience. The vast majority of people are looking for at least 5 years. The vast majority of companies are looking for 5 years of experience, of professional experience. And experience through the army does count, and I was supposed to be there for 5 years. Like basically, there was a 2.5 year. There was 2.5 years that I had to be there, and 2.5 years that I've technically signed to be in ahead of time. But they couldn't accept me being there for the extra 2.5 years, so I technically only have 2.5 years of experience. But I call it 3 because there's no company that goes below 3. Like, the vast majority of people are looking for 5. And you can kind of call it 3 with the addition of the programming course that I've taken before my army service, but so I'm saying 3. I'm saying 3 because, mostly because no company is looking for less than 3. Most of them look for 5, and those I can't even apply to. I'm not even trying to apply to because they'll just say no immediately. I don't have enough experience. Like, it's honestly just been frustrating on my end that I haven't gotten that I didn't get the experience that I should have had. Like, I was supposed to finish my army service at the end of this year. I was supposed to have a computer science degree. Close to that. But I both failed to get the degree, and I didn't get the extra 2.5 years. So all in all, it's just been I just couldn't get the right like properties to I don't even know what the word is. I've also finished another box that I didn't check. Let's grab this egg. No. Go back to the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 30 Farfetch'd. No shiny. So I've just been mostly frustrated. Like the furthest I've gotten was this sort of like freelance group that decided to have me on trial. But trial meant building an entire system on my own. So both they said that I'm not gonna have that it's not gonna be a regular income. That it's gonna be like it's gonna be basically like a percent of profits when profits will happen because they didn't have them yet. But trial meant okay, like get this sort of like system working. And I thought, oh, build like a mock-up system. Build a mock-up system to see my skills. No, they wanted me to get a system up and running. And I'm like, I don't have the resources to do that. If you're not going to be helping me, if you're not going to give me like a way to even like create my own database, I can't really just do it whenever I want. It's not that easy. They were expecting me to do that. I'm like, I can't do that if you're not gonna let me like be a part of it, like work much more closely to you. I think it was also like styling concerns and that kind of thing, but they wanted a fully like finished system, and the best I could give them was a mock-up. So that didn't work out. And everything else, you know, three things, three places fell out in the interview phase, and the rest, like it wasn't even the technical interview. The technical interview is always is basically like the big scare in high tech. Of like they're asking you to like to solve a solve a problem like efficiently in code. I never even gotten to those. It's always been sorry, one of them one thing came to like a second interview that wasn't that was close to a technical interview, but more so like, okay, let's build an imaginary system. Again, an imaginary system, like just like the details of a system, not some physical encode yet. But that fell through after that. Two more interviews just had an initial like, oh, we want to just like an introductory interview. Just it's like 15 minutes just talking with, I don't know, HR managers or whoever. So two more things fell through after that, and the rest I didn't even get started. Again, those that do reply negatively. You know, my parents try to help with like spreading my resume further than just me trying my luck with LinkedIn. But there's really been nothing happening. It either is true that the high-tech job market is in a bit of a struggle now in general, like the local high-tech market, and there's a lot of people not. There's a lot of people that can't find a job, or I'm unlucky with my background. I don't know which it is, honestly. It might be both at the same time. That is also a possibility. But sitting here for 7 months is... Sitting at home for 7 months is not done good to me. That's for sure. Like, I'm doing mostly fine, but I do want to go out and get a job. It's just been difficult. That's really the gist of it. It has just been difficult. I think I am going to take a break after one more hatch. After one more hatches, and I'll take the last break of the stream. And I'll see if I have another topic of conversation to talk about, because man, I've been talking about this job hunt for a long time now. It's just that because I'm stuck on a job hunt, nothing is happening in my life. Like, honestly, with the amount of interviews that I haven't gotten, that I haven't like been followed up on, I didn't even tell my family about the last interview I had, because it was just one of those interviews, like introductory stuff on the phone. There wasn't even any point of getting anyone's hopes up. But anyways, I'm gonna be taking another break. I need to go to the bathroom again. I probably need to fill my bottle. We'll see. Yep. I will be right back. Alright. Let's get back to it. There's a little less than 45 minutes left of the stream. Let's see if we can get that shiny Farfetch'd. Up. Switch gone dark. Alright. Here we go. Let's see where we get to. Can we get the shiny? That would be incredible. Egg, please. Thank you. Alright, 1710 is the next. Yeah. 1710 is the next full box, and full PC again is at 2040? Yeah. So still a long time, but so still a long time. But that would also mean that we are close to, well, to 2048, right? Which is the 4 times the odds. Hopefully we're not gonna get there, right? The hope is always, well, the hope is always that I don't even need to clean my PC mid-hunt. Because I have just about the same space in my PC than that the odds are. But I've already talked enough about Masuda Method Masuda Method odds. I'm still gonna do a few of these Masuda Method hunts. I have what? How many other Pokemon I have written down here? Oh, sorry, I have just one more after this. It's just this and Galarian Corsola. The rest I have are... Why did I not delete Arceus out of the list? I completely forgot to do that. Huh. I have just this and Galarian Corsola left. Then I'll need to see if I want to do the if I want to do the fossils. The fossils, obviously, they can't be bred. No fossil Pokemon can be bred. So Masuda Method is out of the question. But but you can do, like, resets. You can, like, you know, grab a bunch of their items and, like, restore them all. Restore them all, and if you run out, just reset. Like, that's a way you can do it. I'll have to see if I want to do it, or if we're gonna go into Dynamax Adventures. So there's still a ton of legendaries I still want out of Dynamax Adventures. That weren't available in Ultra Sun. weren't available shiny and ultra sun, which is where I got most of my shiny legendaries. It really depends on when we're going to finish that hunt and what I'll have available. You know, if I finish the DLC for... If I finish the DLC of my Eevee run, the DLC parts of my Eevee run, I might as well just move on to that, because I have a bunch of like Scarlet exclusive Pokemon that I want to shiny hunt. So I can go ahead and do that. It really depends. There's still a lot of things I want to shiny hunt, and I can do those either on stream or on my own. Currently, Dynamax Adventures I'm doing sometimes on my own. Honestly, I've really been focusing on finishing Brothership first, so I can do the DLC stuff for so I can do the DLC stuff for the Eevee run. I just haven't been dedicating a lot of my free time to shiny hunting, is what I'm saying. Mostly I've been dedicating it to getting through the gaming to-do list that I have. Because I'd much rather finish, you know, storylines that I have on games than you know, doing post game stuff. You know, because I have games that I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished the main story of. Well, now I don't, you know, but Mario and Luigi was really the last one. Well, the last one I still had. There is no Donkey Kong Bonanza that's coming out this Thursday. You know, Mario Party Jamboree does come out next week, but I'm not going to. But you know, it's not a game with a storyline. It's Mario Party. But yeah, basically, I just had a lot of games. There was a time that I had a lot more, but I managed to whittle down the list. Get through them without too much stuff being added. There is some stuff coming, but hopefully I'll at least be able to get the teal mask. The teal mask Eevee run done. you know, played through, starting to go into editing. And hopefully won't take a year and a half like like the base game did. So hopefully I'll be able to finish with Teal Mask before Bonanza comes out and get started on Digo Disc and the epilogue after that. I know that's a good question. Should the epilogue be? Maybe I should like run a poll on how much of, like, how many videos to make on the DLC. Should I just play all of it on one? Should I split it at least into 2 parts? Should the epilogue get a video on its own? Maybe I should set it up as a poll. I think it would take me longer to play through the DLC than it would take to for people to answer a poll. You know, I always put polls on both Twitter and here and on the community tab here on YouTube. Lately, the polls on Twitter have just gotten no answers whatsoever. The one on YouTube have been getting a few votes. But no, I think 3 videos would be the best. Like 1 for Tia Mask, 1 for Indigo Disc, and a shorter one for the epilogue. The epilogue still can be accessed, right? Like the mystery gift event didn't end, did it? I don't think so. I may have already claimed it. I need to check. I may have already claimed it. Just in, you know, fear that it would end before I realized. But it might still be running. That 1712. All right. Something. There we go. Farfetch'd. There we go. We said 1710 is a box. Of course I forgot to check it. Of course I forgot to check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. There we go. I even checked the first one twice. Here we go. X-Egg. So like I said, I think at the end of this stream I'm going to have dinner. That's first. But I'm going to start playing through the Teal Mask. Start that going. See where I get to. I don't know how long I'll have. How how much time I'll even have to play. Again, it would sort of be just like. It would sort of be just like, I'm playing through this. I'll cut out whatever uninteresting parts there are and just post that as one video. Yeah, I you know what? I think I'm just gonna split it to Teal Mask, Indigo Disc, and Epilogue. Just so I make a few videos out of it and not just one. You know, so I have a few things that I'm working on. I almost forgot the epilogue was a thing. Just like, yeah, there's 2 parts to the DLC, right? Yeah, no, there's a smaller third part. I don't need to pick up an egg, do I? No, I don't. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna put up all. Just separate the 3 parts, the 3 videos. Just a moment. All right. That was something unrelated. Basically, I have a few things I need to do after stream. Then I'll start recording the Teal Mask. Anyways, We have, what, 20-something minutes left of the stream? 1740 is an Xbox, but I don't think I'll get to it. Maybe. It would be a time to close. It would be a good time to end the stream. At the end of a box. Hopefully I can end it on a nicer number than I did the last two streams. Where I just kept getting hatches without being able to clear my party of the Farfetch'd and get the eggs that I needed. It actually didn't happen as much today. From what? Twice? 3 times? Usually that happens more often. The game is good to me today. I mean, if it wanted to be really good, it can actually give me a shiny. But that's a different thing. Generating eggs fast enough and actually giving me a shiny are two different things. One of them is obviously more desirable than the other. But it's harder to get. Which is part of why it's also desirable, I guess. Also, one means we're continuing the hunt, the other means we finish the hunt. You know, it's one of them is the end goal. Ugh. There have been a lot of things happening on Twitter recently. Like, obviously, since since the purchase of it, it's just been going downhill. Honestly, it's nothing like the website that it used to be. But I'm still following people that post in there, and I'm still posting there myself as well. Blue Sky is becoming better and better of an option. Basically, so far out of the alternatives that I did try, which I don't remember if I tried too many of them, but you know, there's stuff like Mastodon, which is very much like community separated. Like it doesn't have one. It doesn't have like one main place. There's like threads, which is like, well, that's also that's also owned by this one big company that it just didn't feel this just didn't feel the same. But Blue Sky really has been the really the best the best feeling alternative that I had so far, which is the reason why I've also been actually using it. Like, I made a Threads account as a backup in case Twitter fully goes down, because I was afraid that would be a thing where it would just completely be unusable.
No.
Hey.
Hi. I'm back.
Or's here. Anyways, I made a Threads account just because I was afraid that Twitter would fully go down. And that was also what I meant to do with Blue Sky. But then I realized this actually feels like a pretty good alternative, and
Oops. My bad.
and I started actually posting on there. And saying that, hey, I'm actually using this account. I don't know if I want to fully leave Twitter yet or not. Again, I'm still following people that do post on there regularly. I am getting most of my feed on both places. So again, I'm still using it, but I think at this point Blue Sky is only missing like a poll feature, and it would be the perfect alternative. It even managed to fix the notification problem that I had with it. Like, their system is still not perfect. But there's finally, again, a social media that gives you that gives you phone push notifications without them going to the in-app inbox. Because Twitter used to do that, and then suddenly the new post notification came up, and it's just tied to the push notifications. If you want to get rid of the new post notifications, you need to get rid of the push ones as well. I'm so glad that Blue Sky managed to do that, not tied. So far it was tied was the thing, but there wasn't post notifications at all. There weren't notifications at all for new posts from your followers, from the people that you follow. And they finally both made new post notifications, and made it so that you can separate the push notifications from the in-app ones. It's not perfect in the way that clicking a notification exactly works. But honestly, that's still something that can be patched, and it's mostly a non-concern over the what gets sent to the like what I'm getting notifications for and where. The fact that you can customize that is amazing. You know, it's just mostly the way I like to have it. The way that Twitter used to work and the way that I set it up now in Blue Sky. You know, new post notifications, I want to get them via push because honestly, until now, I've been struggling to remember to even check my Blue Sky feed. Sorry. You know, and since they started those notifications, I've been checking it more often because I'm actually getting a reminder, hey, this app exists. You have another feed. And but I don't like but I do like that my inbox in the app is reserved to actual interactions with my posts. With replies, with likes, or interactions with my account, like new followers and stuff like that. That's what I like to see in the actual, like, in-app inbox. Because Twitter, for right now, every time you look through the feed, every time you get a notification, you need to go to the notifications tab to remove that from there. I just always like removing all notifications that I have. Like making to check all of them. I don't know if it's exactly like FOMO or it's just... Or it's just like it visually bugs me that I have a notification. But really with Twitter, it's just become, okay, I'm ignoring it whenever it says the number 1. Only when it goes up to 2, I'm like, oh, there's something more than just new posts. Because, like, yeah, I can see there's new posts. I'm using the freaking follower. I'm using the freaking, like, following feed. Not even the home feed. I'm barely touching the For You. So yeah, I can tell that there's new posts. We're definitely going to be able to get the 1740. And I think that would be a good time to close it. Even though it's going to be a little earlier than... a little earlier than usual. The outro takes time anyways. So we're just going to get these last 5 eggs. And we're going to head out. So yeah, the customization of the notifications on Blue Sky is perfect. The exact reaction when you click a notification still requires work. I don't know if they will do it. It is just something that It's mostly like it doesn't work exactly the same way it does on Twitter, and I actually do like the way it does work there. It's mostly a concern because I know Twitter when you have two accounts connected, um, and they both send you notifications, then you get then clicking a notification uh, opens up not only the post itself, the tweet itself, but it also makes sure to switch you to the account that the notification came from. Which Blue Sky still doesn't do. I think they did start going into the actual post, but still not make sure to switch it to the right account. Again, it's a very minor thing. But Blue Sky has become a better and better alternative to Twitter. And I don't know if I'm gonna drop Twitter just yet, but it may happen at some point. If there comes a point that I'm seeing more bad things on Twitter than good, I may just leave. For now, I'm still getting posts by people that I want to get posts from. Not touching the For You feed is good for me, because again, I'm following specific. It's the same thing that happens when I'm mostly using the subscriptions page on YouTube. Like, I'm following a certain set of people, and I want to see their stuff, and I want to see all their stuff. The homepage doesn't always do that. Anyways, that's 1740. That is box number... I don't know already anymore. So the 1500 is 50. That's 58. Yeah? Yeah, because 60 is already 1800, and that's 2 less than that. Let's double check that they're not. No one here is shiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Origin mark was on its own the whole time. Now we're just gonna save, and I am going to finish the stream. Right. Yes. Let's be not right up against the nursery lady. And this is going to be it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. I am streaming every other week, but also I will be streaming again on the 22nd of June. Of July. Why did I say June? I have no idea. Next Tuesday. Because there's a Pokemon Presents, so we're going to be reacting to it and then shiny hunting a little bit more. Yes. If you have subscribed, make sure to follow me on either Twitter and or Blue Sky with the links in the YouTube description. Yes, that is the correct one. Which means I forgot a part. Liking and subscribing is only on YouTube. Twitch, there's just following. So make sure to do that. So if you've subscribed or followed, make sure to follow me on Twitter and or Blue Sky with the links in the YouTube description or the ones the bot has already sent in both the chats. That was a thing. For updates on the channel and my life in general, I post it whenever I upload a video and before I go live, so they really are the best places to get updated. If you want to check out the rest of the series, there is a playlist link in the YouTube description and in the YouTube and on the YouTube channel in the playlist tab. Hello? No way did I come at the end. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just about to finish. Yeah. But right. Twitch doesn't have VODs for me because I'm just a regular user, so all the VOD stuff is on YouTube. Greenburb Jr., if you want to check out, I already said it, I have a stream on the 22nd. We're going to be reacting to the Pokemon Presents and then shiny hunting some more. If you want to see that, then you can follow and maybe you can catch me next time. Right. With that being said, there's the follow. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you on the 22nd. And yeah, with that being said, that's all I had for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.